Welcome to the Chef's Table Podcast Uncut. This is episode 4. I am your host, Chef Chris Brown, and I got my co-host right here.
John.
He couldn't wait to say that. He was talking while I'm doing the intro. He was just, hey, you do a lot of ad-libs, man. I got to say that. Your ad-libs are really good. Man. But let me just finish it first.
At least it ain't Mad Libs.
We got a real good episode today. I'm excited for this one. But before I introduce our guests, I want to shout out the sponsors we got today. Shout out to Dapper Hooligan for supplying the merch. You know, I got one of their shirts on right now. We all got the hats on. The Slauson Swap Meet hat, man. These are legendary hats, man. I love these hats. So shout out to them. And then shout out to one of our exclusive sponsors, Neutral. They got a vodka seltzer line. So they're going to be sponsoring us every episode throughout the whole season. So we'll see how that goes. So check them out, Neutral. Vodka seltzers. I'm actually sipping on one right now. It's not that bad, mango. Actually, it's kind of fire. I think I'm just already drinking the peanut butter whiskey, so I'm gone already.
Yeah.
TMI.
He's gone already. Took off like a rocket ship.
Yeah, there you go. Okay, so let's introduce the guest. I want to introduce her because I actually got a chance to go out and eat at a restaurant before she came in. So you know, this is actually kind of fun. I know. Have you checked out On My Burger yet?
Yeah.
You did?
Yeah.
How would you get?
Whatever the burger, I don't know, something.
The little homie?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Was it fire?
Regular burger, yeah. It was
Did you get a shake?
No.
Man,
I didn't get the shake. That's all he was talking about.
Hold on. I know we talking about. We can get to our guests, but
So
yeah, that episode I mentioned the peach cobbler shake the entire episode. You didn't think about getting it?
You did. No, I didn't.
Oh my God, man. All right, good. Chef Table Podcast Uncut Instagram. We're looking for a new co-host. You know, go ahead and go to the DM me. Yeah.
Oh, man.
Okay. So let's get to our guests. Like I said, I ate at her restaurant. Fire. Another hardworking woman in the industry. Her restaurant is super beautiful and sexy inside. I loved it. I love the atmosphere. I loved everything about it. You got to check it out. It's fire. And you know, I always have a lot of respect for anybody that opens up a restaurant because we're in the industry. We know that is difficult to do. So shout out to her. So I'd like to introduce our guest from Nik Nak, Nikki.
Hey, y'all.
Hey, Nikki. Nikki or Miss Nikki or Nikki's cool?
Nikki is
okay. All right. So, Nikki, this show for all the people listening out there on the podcast or watching the podcast, we just want to give Nikki her flowers, and this episode is dedicated to her. You know, we're going to hear about her story, her struggles, her goods, her bads, and just kind of like where the restaurant is right now. So, you know, the show is yours. The platform is yours. So we want to start off by just asking you, tell us about where you're from, you know, who you are. Tell us the backstory about yourself.
Okay. So I'm Nikki. I was raised between, you know, Long Beach and Compton. Once you from Long Beach, Compton, that's all in between. Yeah, I've been doing this for a minute. I've been catering for many, many years, since the 90s, catering, and took off from there.
Be careful. You might have gave away your age.
For sure.
Okay. Catering since the 90s. Woo. All right. Hold on.
Well, let's cut that one out.
Yeah.
No, we leaving that in. Hold on.
He's fucking put her on blast.
Now, real.
No, but for real, that's how long it's been.
Okay,
you know,
hold on. John, when were you born?
97.
Oh, she's been catering since you've been born. Ooh, okay.
That's wild right there.
Yeah, okay.
Mm-hmm.
So you've been catering since the 90s? Okay, go ahead.
Okay. So, of course, enchiladas is my thing. I've been doing that for a long time. They done turned me into the taco lady, like the taco person. Before it was just enchiladas. But with getting the food truck, you know, it was like tacos is a thing. Everybody coming to you for the tacos. Right. I make bomb tacos. Yeah. So I'm like, okay, well, let's do it then.
Oh, I could co-sign that. Yeah, them tacos is fire. So, I got the hard shell solid tacos. Check them out.
Ooh, man, the ground
that was
turkey.
fire. That was fire.
Like ground turkey, you know, they be going up on the ground turkey too.
Okay.
And so transition from, well, I don't want to say really transition because the food truck is in Atlanta right now.
Okay.
So I'm just not in it per se right now.
Oh, so you worldwide, Mrs. Worldwide, huh?
I'm trying to be.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
In the dirty South too?
Well, yeah.
Okay.
Whatever bound, all bounds.
That's right.
And so then I went into the restaurant.
Okay.
You know, so.
Now let me ask, did you, I always ask this to all our guests, did you go to culinary school or do you have any type of like cooking background or self-taught? Like tell us about that. Like how did you get there?
I tried it. You know, because so a lot of people don't know that I work for the refinery and I teach. So I teach for the community college district, and they have culinary classes there. So I was like, oh, let me go, try to do some stuff. I went in there and I just felt like, I already know this, I probably could have used it for like baking and stuff like that. But like cooking wise and probably seasoning, plating and all that, I felt like I already had it down packed. Not taking nothing away from people that, actually do it and complete it, because I do see sometimes a difference in that. But
you was just confident. Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, but I just was like, this is it's probably unnecessary for me at this point.
Right.
Probably if I had did it many years ago, then yeah, it would have probably helped me some.
Okay.
With all your careers, how do you balance them out? And like with your life and like your schedule, just like everything, you just like teeter-tottering on like on cooking and on
because you named a lot of stuff. I heard teaching.
Right.
I heard food truck in Atlanta, restaurant owner, and what else was it? It was something else.
And the refinery.
In the refinery, like so that's kind of wild.
A lot, yeah.
Right.
So tell us about that.
You just got to be willing to grind. That if you're not willing to put in the work, the effort, then it's probably something that you're not really as passionate about. Like you don't want to complete it, right?
Right.
Because I was doing stuff like leaving the food truck or leaving a refinery and changing in my car to walk in as a teacher.
Dang.
Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Taking all my little stuff off and throwing on my little, the bakery, and then walking in
just
like, hey, y'all,
quick.
And then making it happen, in that manner. I had a goal. I needed a certain amount to make things happen, and I was determined to do it, and I did it.
That's right.
I gotta ask because that's a lot to balance. Like, do you have any kids? Or
I do.
Okay.
I actually do. Y'all
And you got kids.
Okay.
I have 3 sons.
Okay.
Right?
Oh wow.
We love shouting out the moms. So tell us about the kids.
Like
Go
I
ahead.
have 3 sons. Shout out to them.
Okay. Shout out to the kids. You want to say the name? You can.
Samaje, Jalen, and Tamir.
Okay. And then what's the order? Oldest to young.
So oldest is Samaje.
Okay.
Middle is Jalen, and youngest is Tamir. My 2 oldest sons are adults. So
okay.
Like at this point, they just support me. They help wherever they can.
So they better watch the podcast then.
No, for sure. They was trying to come today. Like,
okay.
I'm like, y'all can't go with me. So yeah, no, I So the youngest one is the one. Like he's 13.
Okay.
And so I have to put in more work. Like today, I was at a basketball tournament. Yesterday and today, and left there to come get prepared for here. So I found balance.
Right. I want to say something, and respectfully, usually chefs, man, we kind of are like beat up and old looking from the stress, but I would never think you had kids that old. You look really youthful. Like, I know this is off topic. Is there like you be rubbing with coconut oil, or you got some?
Let me tell you,
she got the avocado salsa,
avocado oil.
Or you know what it is? Maybe when she, they call her the taco lady, she rub onions and cilantro on her face. Or like, what is? Because you look young, like
avocado
you look really
oil.
young.
You can rub
avocado oil, okay.
Egg yolks.
Yes,
yeah.
Make a little mix.
I don't be stressing. Like if I have something going on, I just try to knock it out. You know what I'm saying? And I utilize, people that's in my life to harass and
okay.
Okay. Look at them.
Okay.
I talk crazy and but for the most part, I try to balance it and just delegate in my circle. I don't really go outside my circle, So that includes very few people, but it's people that I could trust. Right. And I get a lot done that way.
Okay, so no Botox, avocado oil.
No, listen,
yes.
So I've had.
I'm gonna keep it a buck.
Let's say this, right?
Okay.
Because so I just did a video on Instagram, right? And the video is I think at 200K or something like that.
Okay.
And
she's styled on us right now.
Yeah.
You saw that? She was like, my video is at 200K. And we over here celebrating about 5,000 on YouTube. But okay. 50K, yeah, 50K on TikTok. But go ahead.
A bit of, no, just
okay, so go ahead.
So I was walking, and so it's getting a whole lot of attention. Like, oh my God, her butt, right? So I'm like, when he said Botox, like, let's be clear, no surgeries here.
Okay, no surgeries.
No
okay.
surgeries.
Off the natural.
No nothing. Everything natural.
Yeah. Okay.
Only, like he said, some avocado oil, some vitamin E, some coconut oil.
Okay, so
use castor oil, even though it don't.
For those listening on the streaming we were just saying, she looks really youthful to have kids. She looks younger than John, to be honest with you. And so for those who are curious what she looks like, when the podcast drops on the the visual version, check it out on YouTube. That way you can run the numbers up, because she said she brings in the views. So if you want to know what she looks like, go on YouTube and run the numbers up on our page so we can catch up to her, because she just said 200K.
Let's run it up, y'all.
I'll
do an exclusive.
Okay. Shit.
Bleep, 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 bleep.
Whatever they need me to do.
OnlyFans.
Whatever they need me to do, we trying to support them.
Link.
No, well, you can't
Link
say
is below.
Wait, hold on, John. You can't say OnlyFans. This is a chef podcast, so maybe OnlyPans.
Oh.
Only
saute
pans.
pans. Yes.
Okay.
Only pans. Saute pans.
I like that one.
So as far as your kitchen goes, I'm sure you have like a lot of good employees, a lot of good people that have your back, always there. Maybe like the ones that really keep it together, hold it strong. Like as far as like that, like does that like leave a little stress off your shoulders? Like does it leave a little weight off, just so that you know what I mean? Like
because you said you're not stressed out, so we want to know, because we're always stressed out. So we want to know, you must have, her kitchen must be fire.
Like if you the one in charge, like you in there, like you putting in work. Like I'm sure you gotta have somebody else with you or doing it when you ain't there, right?
Okay, well, so as y'all know, staff is the hardest thing to hold on to in this field, right? It's like, I think that is probably what will stress you out, right? Or at least throw everything off balance. I don't want someone to say stress, but definitely throw everything off balance is not having the proper support in the kitchen. I have one employee, Madison. Shout out, Madison.
Shout out to Madison.
That has been with me since the truck, right? When it was here in LA moving around, and she is with me now there. But there's a lot of challenges with us trying to find staff to fit in, right? I think I got a cool team right now, though. Shout out Elise and Alexis.
Hey,
okay, Elise and Alexis, shout out.
They are really doing their thing right now. So the most part, but it's been a lot of turnover. It's been a lot of turnover,
and that's completely normal.
I have literally no tolerance. So if it don't work out, what I would say, I don't even give it past a week. I'd be like,
wow,
it's not.
You can identify that easily, because sometimes, like for me, it took me time, because like a lot of the people I would hire, they would be really good the first week, and then you can kind of tell if they're really good or they're just putting on the front. But I mean, I was so desperate for staff. I think I kept a lot of bad cooks on, even though I knew they were bad. I had no choice. But you don't care, right?
Well, I had to realize that I was doing that, right? I had to stop at one point and was like, hey, why are you dealing with that? Oh, it's because they think you working and you can't stop doing what you're doing. All right, bet.
Yeah.
And then, my schedule is more flexible. I can go from now, I don't walk in and teach. I could teach online in the office at the restaurant.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Off Zoom or something. Yeah.
You know what I mean? With the refinery, I do turnarounds. I jump on 3 or 4 or 5, 6 weeks at a time, and then I'm off. So, now I've just accepted that part. Like, okay, you're not doing what I need you to do. Just move out of the way.
All right. So if you're gonna apply Nik Nak's, just know she don't play. She don't play no games.
Better have a good resume. You better have some good
your
work
Crocs
ethic.
Dirty. That might be your last day.
Better have a good personality too.
Look, I like to see younger people doing good, right? But I also like younger people to be teachable, right? So when they come in, they should be leaving with something, right? Whether it's proper etiquette, right? If it's just the work ethics portion of it, something. So even if they come in with a little bit of that, I'm like, oh, okay, it's cool. We'll get them there, because we know it's a transition, right? Everybody passing through, right?
Yeah.
So I offer a lot to just be getting done any kind of way, not dealing with that. No.
And you said if it's like past a week and they still haven't like progress.
Yeah, I look for a certain pace. If you're not moving at a certain pace, I don't like slow.
Slow.
I had somebody one day like, it's hot back here. Oh Lord, that just like
Okay.
it took my
You gotta get used to it. When you're in the kitchen, you can't handle the heat. You gotta get out the kitchen.
You know, like anything like that, I start looking for it. I just pay attention. I don't look for it, but I pay attention. You know, like, oh yeah, this ain't gonna work. Like the minute somebody starts saying or doing certain things, I'd be like, oh no.
Let me ask you something because, you know, I think I told you off camera, you know, how long I've been cooking. I worked everywhere in LA you can imagine, worked in other states. What's the biggest obstacle that Nik Nak faces as of right now? Because, you know, I know that sometimes it's not always pretty, you know, especially as being the owner and the chef. We deal with a lot of BS, you know, behind the scenes and behind the walls of the kitchen. Is there an obstacle right now that, you know, you're trying to overcome or you're stuck in or?
Yeah, I think trying to stay afloat, you know, given that no matter kind of like how popping the restaurant is, it's just we in a bad place right now, you know, economically, you know. So trying to thrive through that, you know, after COVID and hitting through and still pressing is just a real big, you know, weight.
As far as your clientele, like, do you get like a lot of positive or negative feedback? Because one thing about restaurant owners right now, pricing is our biggest challenge. It's like we can't charge too little and we can't charge too much. Like, how is your pricing like as far as like what your clientele thinks? Like, is it pretty fair or is it on the higher side, the lower side? Like, let me know.
Well, I think before it was on the lower side. In between COVID, I was struggling because I was battling with myself on raising the prices because all of my meats and everything had went up. It went up sky high. It was double.
And it's still going up.
It's actually still going up now. So I got a chance to open a restaurant with the prices different from the truck. So people that was coming there were basically already used to those particular prices. I mean, and I had people, you know, fussing at me like, hey, no, that's not going to work for you. You know, you have to make these changes. You have to make these changes. And I'm like, you know.
Right.
And so I've gradually started making those changes. And I don't get no complaints. Every now and then I hear somebody in the front like, for tacos, you know. And I'm just like, you know, but I get a lot of people too that come in and be like, the customer service was good, the, you know, the vibe was good.
And that's also what they pay for.
Yeah, like they, you know, I get a lot of
Absolutely.
people do that and then they be perfectly fine with it. You know, I haven't really heard much about it since I made that change, pretty much at all.
Okay. All right, so let's talk about the restaurant some more because I really like my experience. I really enjoyed it. Customer service, food, everything was gear. Everything was really good.
Okay.
How did Nik Nak get here to where it is today? Like, I know you had a food truck, but like, where did that inspiration come from? Like, did you just make like enchiladas one night and be like, yo, boom, Nik Nak's here? Like,
No, okay,
how did it start?
Now I get it. See, okay, I'm like, okay. So I will say this, right? So people used to give like baby showers or birthday parties and all this stuff, right? My gift to them would be doing the food.
Oh, wow.
Right. And one day a friend of mine was like, that was a lot of food. You should start charging for this. Right? Because now it was people outside of like family and friends like, hey, who made your food? Who made your food?
Yeah.
And so I started putting a price on the enchilada pans. Right. Then I was like, okay, well, let's go a little further with this, right? A friend of mine has said, hey, you know, they got Instagram going now. I can make you an Instagram page, like show you how to do it. And then you should do like all different types of enchiladas. And I was like, well, I already do different types, but like what kind? He was like, probably more like exotic ones. I'm like, that could be fire, right?
Yeah.
And so the funniest thing, he called Mr. Fryman and Taco Mel.
Okay. Oh, we know
And
them.
so
Shout out
them
to
were the
Taco Mel. Shout out to Mr. Fries, man.
Him, yes. Was the first people that was like, oh yeah, we'll give you a shout out. And we took food. Right?
Yeah.
And I've been going from there, right? With the enchiladas per se. So then we was like, I was selling plates. I was just like doing whatever, like just doing it, right? And it was initially like, I would say like a side hustle.
Right.
Like a way to make extra money. But then I started seeing it, you know, going past certain money.
Yeah,
like, hey,
yeah,
wait a minute,
yeah,
right?
yeah,
This is really working for me, right? And then basically just went from there. Like I said, they turned me into the taco lady. They would just
So you were the enchilada lady, right?
It was the enchilada lady.
Okay.
So wait, so that was the initial name.
Okay.
Of the Instagram page. It was enchilada lady.
Oh wow.
That's the funny
really
part.
You really
It
were
was
the enchilada lady.
Hey, no wonder why I couldn't find that name. I tried to be the enchilada lady, man. It was gone. It said name was taken.
I had it, baby. I had it.
Hey. And she still got it too. You still got it. I know you
still
still got it. Yeah.
So
That's
I had that, and then as people were coming to the truck, they really wasn't paying attention. They was people that knew was like, "Oh, the enchiladas are good, right?" But everybody was like, "Oh, these tacos is good. These tacos are good. These tacos are good." Then it started being kind of like, so when people ask like, "Well, what's good here?" We always be like, "The enchiladas," you know. But if you want tacos, we'll give you tacos.
I think that was the first thing they told me. The enchilada bomb. That was called?
Just regular enchiladas, but
Oh,
I have
okay.
I love enchiladas, man.
Yeah, that's what they told me.
I have something called an enchilada bomb.
They
Which
told
is
me
like
that, yeah.
exclusive. It's like everything that comes on the enchilada
Oh, I know.
plate
I had it. Yeah.
is deep fried in a burrito shell.
Okay.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it was bomb.
Yeah.
Literally.
That's what it was.
Yeah. They said that's what.
Damn. So tell us more about the food truck.
So the food truck. So I had got okay, so I was in bids to grab a location. And the person I was trying to get the location from, they really didn't know how to handle business well. So he or she had multiple people money locked. And I was just like, man, it's taking too long, right? So I pulled out of it. And 2 days later, I got a food truck with the money instead of waiting. I think 2 days from there, car wrap one, shout out. I dropped the truck off. Paige, he had it wrapped.
Wait, go ahead and shout them out. Go ahead and shout them out.
Yeah.
Where they're at, their city, everything.
Yeah, that's Car Wrap One in Santa Fe Springs.
Okay, shout out to Car Wrap
Paige,
One,
the
Santa Fe
owner.
Spring. Okay.
And he had me wrapped and ready to roll. And when I tell you the truck, it was like the prettiest thing moving around in LA. I'll show you a picture of it. It was like
Okay.
the pretty, the colors of the restaurant.
Oh, I love the
it's
colors.
that
of purple.
color
Okay.
with the purple and the fusion with the veggies thrown all around. And he just really went up. And that gave me some fire. Like, hey, you know?
Yeah.
And so I moved around with that and kept it going. The good thing with that one is that was all before COVID. You know what I mean? So I was just running off pure just excitement, being where I'm supposed to be.
You can go to the money.
Yeah.
With the truck. That's the thing. Yeah.
And then I, was pumped up because they was requesting me in certain areas. They'd be like, hey, your truck always in Compton or Carson, bring it in
here,
Ladera, take it to LA. I'm like, okay, I'm coming.
Yeah.
I'll pull up in certain areas.
Pause.
Drop the location.
Yeah, we would just go crazy. And I'd be like, oh my God, I'm in demand, So yeah.
That's a good feeling.
Yeah, it was a real, it still is. It still is a good feeling. I walk in my restaurant and be like, damn, really? And I'm still standing,
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
It's like,
hell yeah.
I think one of the things I really, really hold on to is, so my mom passed away recently. And
R.I.P. to your mom.
Thank you. And I had a chance to show her how the build out would look, before. And that just do something to me. Like that look she gave me of approval, like, and told me, like, I'm proud of you. Like, you did it. Like, this the one right here. And I'm like, okay, here we go.
She never got a chance to see the actual.
No, she didn't get a chance to see it. She passed away before, I'll say 2 or 3 months before the build out was complete.
Okay.
But they had given me a visual, a walkthrough of the build out the last things they needed to do, and it was like it basically almost exactly verbatim how it looks now.
You did your mom justice because it's beautiful on the inside, and
it is. And
her
shout
favorite
out to
colors,
Lions
right?
Deli.
Okay, go ahead and shout them out. Go ahead.
Because that's who did the build out. And Mike, he walked through. I told him what I wanted or what I think I wanted, right? And he just was like, "Okay, I got you. I'm gonna bring it to life for
put it
you."
together,
and he made it happen. Yeah.
Damn, that's right. Here's a subject we gotta always talk about,
and I hate it, but we got to.
We hate it, but Yelp.
Man, beep. Yelp.
Yeah.
Beep. Yelp.
I'm looking forward to sitting down with someone one day, and they're like, "Oh, we love Yelp."
Yeah.
I've never heard that. I've never heard a restaurant owner, chef ever say that.
Yelp is like, with one bad review, it's just like people look at it and it's like, man. But when people know your restaurant, like,
Mm-mm. Yelp. I feel like Yelp is like it doesn't cater to like the good part of the restaurant. It's just like all negative, right? I'll have like it was like 28, 30 positive reviews and they hit them.
Damn.
But then somebody made a review that never ate at my restaurant.
Oh wow.
And I reported it like, hey, this customer never ate at the restaurant. We don't. I checked cameras.
Do you remember the detail of the review? You could tell us about it.
Yeah, the review said the food made me sick and throw up.
Oh, that's
and
mad.
I've been throwing up. Now remind you,
that's mad hated.
I ate the food and I didn't feel sick and throw up. So
listen, and we fed 63 customers that day, and this one customer said she came in while I was there. They were like doing this on Instagram first though. Okay. And I was like, I try not to be argumentative with people. I can take constructive criticism. I don't run into it much though, because I normally get all positive feedback. You know what I mean? And so I think I don't know. I don't know where the person came from. They just said
did
they
have
came
a profile
there.
picture?
They didn't.
That's the weird part.
Yeah.
That sketches me out.
Some random.
There's no profile picture, and they type in paragraphs about how
Yeah.
horrible everything is.
And
No profile picture.
Listen, on Instagram, I say, hey, I got the screenshots, so I can give it to Yelp. Like, hey, just bring me your receipt. I'll give you food, your money back. And I'm really big on customer service, huge on it, right?
Yeah.
The person couldn't produce a receipt. They don't want their money back, no nothing. I'm like, let's let them have a receipt. So I went back to our cameras to find the people that said they came in. They never came in. And remind you, I like when he came, I'm there cooking. You can't just tell me anything because most people think I'm not there, right? But I'm there and I'm present and people see me there, right? So I'm like, yeah, this didn't happen. This nonsense.
Yeah.
After the little Instagram issue, what they do, go right to Yelp. Put it on Yelp. I go in there like, nah, this didn't happen.
And that's messed up though, because like when I look up a restaurant, like the first thing I do is like look at Yelp reviews.
It's just natural, yeah. I think a lot of people, everybody does that, yeah.
I never trusted it, honestly, never. When people would, going somewhere, people say, "Oh, look at the reviews to the restaurant." I never. You know what I do now? I just go straight to the Instagram page.
Yeah, yeah.
I think the only thing that will mess you up with me is not having an Instagram page. I'd be like, well, that's weird.
Yeah,
like,
that is weird not to have an Instagram.
Either it's like a home cooked small place owned by somebody older, something like that. They're understandable, because when we went to New Orleans, a lot of places in New Orleans didn't have them, right? But they were more, home cooked, this, that, and other. It was understandable.
Yeah,
but
probably the owner's a little older. They don't have the young kids or anything helping them out. They're not gonna have they're based off of
a lot of older people don't do their Instagram.
Yeah.
That's what I go to. I go straight to Instagram and look for. I don't depend on Yelp no more.
I think older restaurant owners and dudes that are in relationships don't have Instagram. They be like, yeah, girl, I ain't got no IG.
And you know what it is? They just don't know how to run it. Like, they don't know what to do. Like, they don't even know how to download an app.
But a lot of those restaurants, like she said in New Orleans, man, they don't need Instagram, man. People, they lit.
Nah,
they popular. Yeah,
it's local.
Yeah.
No, yeah, it's local.
Yeah.
And it, like I said, it's home cooked food. People just coming through there, getting their food, coming and going. You don't know what their hours is, no nothing. You just pull up, get the food and go, But that's what I rely on. Never Yelp. Never.
All right, so let's just say, first of all, can you do me a favor? Shout out the name of the restaurant and the address, and I want people to know where it's at.
Okay. So it's Nik Nak Catering at 17948 South Avalon Boulevard, Carson, California, 90746.
Hit them up, y'all. Hit them up, please. I went there. I loved it.
In Avalon.
Okay. Now, my question to you, for the people listening and for the people watching, if they walk in there, give me like some of your recommendations of like, first time here, I need to like make a big impression on them. Eat this, you'll come back forever. Like, what's your dish that you serving up?
I would say the enchiladas.
Okay.
If I give you an enchilada plate, you gonna come back.
Damn, ain't that fire?
Yeah, and the tacos too though, because like people like to mix and match them, right? Which we allow that. So somebody will be like, I tell people all the time, find your meat first, like what you feel like is the most fire meat, and then use it for everything. So like we'll let them mix get one steak, one asada, one chicken, and one ground turkey, Well, if you know the ground turkey is bomb, you get some ground turkey enchiladas, you're gonna be in love.
Damn,
Our
that sound good.
quesadilla. Yeah.
Every time I come on this podcast, man, we have an episode. We talk about food, man.
Be hungry.
Like, where the food at? Huh? Where the food at?
What would you classify your food as? Because it's not. It's would you say it's Mexican? Because turkey tacos, turkey enchiladas. I feel like that's like a black thing.
It's a black thing.
Yeah, it's a black thing. Yeah, sorry, John.
I mean, I feel like it's just a more healthier thing.
No, like I grew up eating the fried ground turkey tacos with the lettuce, cheese, and my brother and sister put ketchup on it, but that's how we ate it. But do you classify yourself as Mexican food or like what do you?
I've had a hard time. I don't know how to answer that because I get a lot of blacks that come in. Blacks come in. I get a lot of I get Mexicans that come in. I get everybody come in there. It's like more blacks than anything though.
Okay.
Because I'm black owned, and then the food is made the way blacks normally eat it at home.
Okay.
But come to find out, Mexicans really eat it like that too.
Yeah.
Like they'll come in here and be like, "No, do it how I be," and not being stereotype. I'm typical or nothing like that. Like, but I be thinking like maybe the street tacos, right? Like, I don't want that. On a real taco, you said it got lettuce, cheese, tomato, queso,
right?
Yeah, like what are you doing? So it'd be like no. So they call it Blaxican.
Oh, that's a good one, Blaxican.
They be like because it's black Mexican.
Yeah, because when I ate it, I was like, man, this is it's definitely inspired by Mexican food. Tacos, enchiladas, stuff like that. But it had like something I grew up eating type of feel. That's why I asked. It's not traditional Mexican. They got the street tacos and enchiladas, but traditionally, you don't see Hispanic families putting ground turkey and enchiladas and tacos and stuff like that. So that's why I want to ask her, what did she classify it as?
Like
it's kind of unique to me.
At restaurants, no. Like, I've never seen it.
Nah.
I've never seen it at a restaurant.
You won't go to a taco truck and have ground turkey.
I'll give you an example, right? Like, when blacks make enchiladas, on the top, they'll put olives, green onions, right? Hispanics don't do that, or Mexicans don't do that. They normally put just the green onions, cilantro, and crema, like stuff like that. So it'll make a little bit of difference by like how we make it, but it's still
My mother-in-law, she just puts the enchiladas with the sauce on top. And
shit!
Put nothing on
no,
top
my dad, the way he's been
different.
making enchiladas is like that. He used to do ground beef with the olives and the onions. You could do red sauce.
Oh, John's trying to tell us he's black.
For real. Hey, I have a little percentage in me. Don't get it twisted.
Okay, all right.
I'm a lot of things.
Hey, okay, so I need
got a lot under my belt.
need to go on the logo and change the color on you, darken you up,
I already look like I got a black eye.
A little browner, a little brown.
Yeah. All right, I'm gonna do that after this episode.
No, but for real, like that's a recipe my family been doing too. Like, so when you say that, it's like, it is different though. Like I've never seen anybody else do it. Okay. I could say that. So like, I love enchiladas like that.
Okay, all right, brother John.
Mm-hmm. So you need to pull up.
Yeah, I'm gonna definitely need to pull up, man.
Yes, sir. As far as your staff goes, like, have you had any really bad like incidents? Any of them?
No. I just want my shirts back.
Okay.
Wait, but they all
I won't say no
use
names,
it.
but if you still got my shirt, just drop it on off.
Okay.
Those costs.
Okay. Are we doing the no questions asked? Just drop them off at the door? Okay.
Drop them off.
Anonymously.
Okay.
All stretched out. Next all stretched out.
Put them in a mailbox.
Oh, my God.
But yeah, I haven't had no horror stories with the employees per se.
Okay, you don't deal with no theft or anything. No. What about call outs? Like, do you have any call outs or people just not coming into work? Because that's a horror story for restaurants.
It is.
Tell us about some times.
I always talk to the staff like, hey, one person do that and it throw everybody off for the day.
The whole day and the next day. Because you can't prep.
I'd be like, do not do like it. So I don't open the restaurant on Saturday and Sunday. Almost because of that and catering. So I normally have catering on Saturday and Sunday. So we run a shift Monday through Friday at the restaurant. The only time I open up is if we don't have catering on a Saturday. But we booked out on catering all the way. I think now we're going into February of next year. So we be sold up on catering on the weekends. But a part of me is glad that I can't open Saturday and Sunday because it's to preserve the staff,
Mm-hmm.
so they can feel like they're only working Monday through Friday,
Right.
and they can have that normal
2
life
days
that
off.
everybody look for on that Saturday and
Right.
Sunday, right? So that part right there, it drives me crazy. And it could be my own work ethic. I had to learn that other people don't have my same drive. You know, and it's my baby. It ain't nobody else's baby,
Mm-hmm.
right? So ain't nobody gonna take care of it, you know, like the way I do.
Right.
But yeah, that burns me up. That's like a if you do that to me more than 2 or 3 times, I think the second time I have a conversation with you like, oh no, third time you most likely be fired at that point.
Yeah.
So none of my cooks from my last restaurant could ever work for her. Never.
No.
I want to challenge you really quick on what you
I
just said,
cook
right?
my own stuff.
Hey,
I cook my own food. I know.
Cooks,
listen,
man.
I know my whole system. One time, I'm telling you.
Go ahead.
Hey, one
Tell us.
time, somebody called off. Right, I was livid. The other person texted me and said they was running late. I texted everybody back and said, "Don't come."
Oh shit.
I took orders and cooked in the back myself. I took orders in the front, boom. Went in the back. I would take 2 or 3 orders at a
Damn.
time. Walk in the back, knock everybody food out. I hear somebody come in. I'll be like, "I'll be right with you, sir." Boom, taking food out.
That's powerful though, because
Wow.
that says I don't need none of y'all.
care.
That's
like,
powerful.
I will get in
Independence
here
right
and
there.
do
Yeah.
everything
For your
myself
business.
if I have to. I know how to run my own system.
Mhm.
You know, I have one person that I, you know, can trust as far as the front to the back. Jazzy, love her. She gonna make sure everything run and flow the way it's supposed to flow. You know what I mean? And I could threaten them like, y'all don't want Dominique to come up in here. Y'all want Dominique?
Just go up in there, raise
you know,
hell.
if I'm not there, y'all want me to send Dominique up there?
Don't
you
do
know?
it.
Like, look, they don't like to see her coming. They like to see her going, but not coming.
The enforcer.
Yeah, you know. So, but other than that, I'll shut everything down, and my staff pretty much knows. Like, I'm loving, I'm patient, and everything, but I have little to no tolerance for that type of stuff.
Okay. I want to ask you something because let's go back to the Saturday and Sunday being closed.
Mm-hmm.
It's very rare.
Rare.
And as a chef, to me, I would never do that. So I want to know, like, why not, like, increase your profit by keeping the caterings and being open and being open Saturday and Sunday? Because I'm hearing earlier, you know, we're talking about, you know, some of the issues. Oh, you know, it's just a tough time. It's a little slow or whatever. You know, the sales, whatever. Why close Saturday and Sunday then?
You gotta have staff.
Mm.
If I'm catering and fulfilling jobs, and I have to show my face somewhere else, can't be in 2 places at one time.
Right.
You gotta find a proper staff. It can't be no BS type, you know, staff, like somebody in there like doing what they're supposed to do. I'm really big on that. It gotta be somebody there that's gonna greet people when they coming in.
Mm-hmm.
Making sure the orders are not getting messed up, making sure my food is the way it's supposed
The
to
way
be.
it is, you know, when
and
you're
the
there.
presentation is going out like it's supposed to. A good experience.
There's somebody out there
and
like that. What's keeping you from finding? Are you hiring right now, or?
I am.
Because it sounds like you are looking for like a number 2.
I am.
Okay.
I am, and it's really hard. It's just hard. Like, I'll
is.
post it, you know what I mean? I'll get on like some of the employment sites. They want too much money. I think one of them said $20 per app. I'm like, how do I know the app's really getting pulled by regular people? You know,
Oh, that's right. They do charge a pool.
You know,
why not use social media?
I do use social media, but I get a lot of people that don't have responses for people that don't have culinary or even cooking experience. You could get a cashier fast.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right.
Yeah, you can.
You can even get probably a line cook fast that feel like they don't want to touch the grill. You know what I mean? But you're not gonna really find that cook faster. And I'm paying. It ain't like I'm, you know, nickel and dime.
Yeah.
But it's just like you got to find somebody. And I haven't found that additional person just yet.
Okay, well, it's not 200,000 views, but our last video is at 5,000 views right now. So that's a potential. So listen, guys, if you guys are listening on the podcast or streams or watching, she is hiring, but she's looking for a number 2. So don't come in here talking about, I cook for my little brother and sister, or, you know, I worked at
No,
AMC's.
yeah, you gotta have restaurant.
At least
making
know
popcorn.
how to roll a burrito.
Yeah,
Don't-
so
don't
she's
come to
definitely
us, you don't know
hiring.
how to roll a
So
burrito.
let's go ahead and shout that out. Anybody out there, that's responsible, experience that they think they could take on that task because, hey man, she trying to make bread and y'all holding her back if she can't be open Saturday and Sunday. John, we might have to go in there.
Yeah, come on,
we
y'all.
might have to- we might have to
Let's
go
do
in
it.
there. Yeah.
For like 3 months. Just give it 3 months.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's run it up.
We can talk about that off air though. All right. Nikki,
Yes.
best restaurant you've eaten at in the South Bay. We want the name and we want to know why it's the best restaurant and what you order. Go.
The best restaurant?
Mhm.
What's your go-to spot in or around your city? Don't say somewhere in New York. Say somewhere local. We want to shout them out.
Okay. Can I say multiple?
You give us two.
Yeah. You,
Okay, so smoking pot for Cajun.
Okay.
Hey.
Hey.
And,
Whoa.
local.
Everybody got a go-to spot. What's your go-to spot?
Yeah, but that is not local though.
Okay, just give it to us. That's fine.
Okay, Javiers.
Oh, and is Javiers in Irvine and Santa?
I go to whichever one. The one on Santa Monica Boulevard.
Santa Monica. Okay, yeah.
What do you get there?
Well,
Hey.
shout out to Javier's. Yeah,
Hey, everything.
everything.
Give me the
Everything?
taquitos cut. Give me the enchilada
Ooh.
plate with the green. Just give me some
You
green
get the
and red
extra
sauce
guac, what?
mixed together.
You gotta get the extra guac.
Yes, come on, and they have the best ceviche.
Ooh.
That's my thing. Like, so if I'm just like, oh, I need to go sit down and eat,
Yeah.
I'm gonna go there.
Okay.
That's my.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
What's your name again? The enchilada queen or
So
enchilada?
the enchilada lady.
When you go to restaurants like Javier's,
Queen.
wait, we better get that IG.
It
for
is,
sure.
though.
Snap
It
that
is.
one too. Yeah.
That
Had
enchilada
IG.
queen
She got
won.
all enchilada lady.
She has every single enchilada IG. She created like 7 Gmails.
Yeah.
She got all the enchiladas.
I'm like, son.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
So,
another one.
sorry. Back to the question. Since you're the enchilada lady, when you go to restaurants like Javier or stuff like that, and you order enchilada, do you judge it a little differently or like,
No.
no?
No, it's completely different from what I do. Because normally, I go to real authentic Mexican restaurants, right? I can't think. It's one y'all like in Bellflower. It's like in a quarter, and it's like by itself.
Be the best ones.
Hey, it's the
Yeah.
best.
They be
one.
the best
it's
ones.
like right off the freeway. I think it's called like Taquita, something like that. I don't know. But I go in there. The dad is always in the back slicing meat. Mom prepping stuff. I didn't watch their daughters grow up. Like literally, it's off like Bellflower Boulevard and 91.
Do me a favor, find out the exact name, and I'll post it in the description, and we'll shout them out because we want to shout out restaurants like that. So find out the
Yeah.
name, but we'll post that name in the restaurant and all that in the description box.
Hey, I go there and just sit there. The food has been the same for 20 years.
Damn.
They have never missed. Like it's the same every time.
Consistency is key, man.
Yeah, I go in there. I order me some tacos and just sit there and just eat. You know, don't have no problem.
So you like Mexican food, huh?
It's my favorite food.
That's your favorite food?
It's
Mine
my
too.
favorite
Okay,
food.
okay. All right,
Mexican
cool.
Do
food
you
is my
like a
favorite
spicy
food.
salsa?
I love spicy salsa.
Yeah.
Spicy salsa. I like
Mm.
tapatio, all that.
All that.
All that jalapenos on the side,
Hey.
some
Oh,
pickled
okay.
jalapenos.
Everything.
Like,
All right, all right.
okay, yeah.
All right, well, that was the easy part. Go ahead, John.
Yeah.
Your turn.
Oh, the hard part.
All right, so now.
Pause.
So what would you say is like the worst restaurant you've ever eaten at? Like, just hands down, like you will never go back.
Oh, damn.
Like, never go back.
Never go back.
Or it could be most overrated.
Or we just
too.
had
Yeah,
a bad experience. Like you ordered something and it was just like, I ain't even gonna eat this. Like, what the hell is this? Can
So
I
I
get my
won't
money
say
back?
ever just not go back. But I'll say like I had a bad experience locally,
Mhm.
and I don't want to do this really because it's like a black owned business. So, but I love you.
No, well, you know what though?
And-
Criticism,
Yeah, you know-
constructive criticism. We're
I
not
think I
bashing
would-
them. We're still gonna shout them out, give them a try, but just let us know.
I was so hot the last time I ate with all flavor no grease.
All flavor, no grease.
Oh wow, okay, I didn't expect that. Now if you would have told me that off air, I would have told you don't say that. Oh,
Okay, cut it, cut it, cut it.
No, we keeping that. We keeping it. No. We gotta keep it. We gotta keep it. Yeah. I wish you guys could have saw this. She brought somebody with her. They just fell out the chair.
Hey, Hey, I love him. I love
Yeah,
Sammy.
but this we're not bashing. This is
Yeah.
constructive criticism because we could have a guest on there that says, "Hey, Nik Nak, I didn't like this," but we not hating. And I mean, all flavor no grease, man. He is huge. He
Huge. And
What
like I
don't
said,
matter
I love
what you.
Sammy.
It don't
I
matter
love
what
Sammy.
you say. It's not gonna hurt his business.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, I did not want to say that.
So what did you
Y'all put me
get?
on the
Yeah,
spot.
what did you get?
I think the last time I ate there, they was parked over in 24-hour fitness in Compton, and I was like, it was janky. Let me tell y'all, I just worked out, and yes, I was going out of there to get a quesadilla. Might I say a 3 or 2 meat quesadilla after working out? But I'm sure I burnt some calories.
Ooh.
So anyway, it was salty, and I was so mad. Like I was mad. I was so pissed, and I'm not one of them. Oh, take it back, whatever. I'm looking for him. I'm like, where's Sammy at?
Yeah.
And I was so mad, y'all. I littered and all that. I tossed it out the window.
Oh, damn.
But I was like so
Disrespect,
pissed off
disrespect.
about it. You know what I mean? And
This-
then I don't know.
Yeah.
So, I've been having a hard time going back, pulling up on him because I'm used to pulling up on him on 103rd or in LA, just pulling up in front of the house like, oh, we about to eat, go up, tacos and stuff. But
Okay. Well, I want you to go back and then text me about your experience and we'll put it on the story.
Yeah.
We'll
Tell
get
me,
like an
you know
update
what?
because people are gonna want to know like, oh man,
I'll
is
be
it?
like,
Yeah.
the next time I'm gonna be like, Sammy, where you at? Where you at? But yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
All right. Well,
Yeah.
shout out to you for answering those. Nikki, like when you do catering and stuff like that, I know you said that was like a gift you did for baby showers, stuff like that. Did people start treating you differently when they found out you were, you had a catering business or you were a chef or you opened up a restaurant? Like I felt like being a black-owned business is very hard. Being a black woman is hard and being a business owner hard because I feel like people are always looking for free stuff or handouts or discounts or the hookup. Like, did you ever experience that? Did people start treating you different once Nik Nak started to just take off?
No, I didn't have none of them problems. Even look all the way down to my daddy. They charged my daddy one time. I told my staff, I said, hey, to make sure don't nobody come in here getting it, like just make sure everything's solid, whatever. They charged my daddy. I said, y'all, not my daddy. Not my daddy. We're not doing that.
Hell no.
But my daddy paid.
Oh,
Yeah,
hell
My
yeah.
dad
And he support
was
your
that's
there.
support though. That's support.
That's
Because I tell
support.
people
And
you
he
don't ask Nike
paid.
for discounts.
Yeah.
Don't ask us.
I was just like, why, why'd you do that? And he was
Uh-huh.
just like, well, I don't know if she knew who I was, but it didn't matter, because long it's going to y'all, you and the kids, so
Exactly.
I'm not worried about it. But I was
Oh,
in the middle of
man.
the staff meeting, like, hey, y'all, now y'all know
Yeah,
y'all
what
see my
y'all
daddy.
doing?
My
Yeah,
daddy
yeah.
got freckles. Y'all know when y'all see my daddy come in here. Don't charge my daddy for no food,
Yeah.
or whatever. So,
Wow.
no, I think all my family and friends that's come through there, they bust down and leave tips and all that.
Oh, good.
Yeah, I don't have no problems.
So you got a good support system. It's tripping me out that she has no stress. Like, I mean,
Right.
just-
Okay, y'all.
everything
Don't
is just
keep
so
like it's not
smooth.
like
It's not stress.
it's just
more like
some
just
weight is there,
Yeah.
right? With different types of situations, but not hindering me enough to stop going.
right.
You get what I'm saying? Not to where it got me looking all, wrinkled and aged. Or nothing like that. But it's keeping me going. Now, if you
It's
was
the
to
ground
ask,
turkey.
yeah, the ground turkey. It's the ground turkey. But now, if you was to ask some other people, is she stressing me out? You might get a different response. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? My sister, especially, shout out to Erica and Ebony. Because I'm driving my sisters crazy, I'm sure. I called them. They both were in Atlanta. And I'm calling them. They're 3 hours ahead, and I'm calling them on my time. And they're like, and they are nurses, right? And they are like on the side of the bed trying to answer, like, hello. And I'm like, oh my God, I'm trying to figure this out. They just
Yeah.
right there, you know what I mean? I think she's the morning person when I'm fussing. I call her yelling and screaming, My sons, I'm sure they tired of me. I go in there like, hey guys. And they'd be like, what happened today? They're like, what? What is she talking about? I think the only one, my youngest son, he just be like, it's okay, Mom. You're doing your best. And, we love you. Don't marry. When I make it to the NBA, you ain't gonna have none of them problems. Don't even worry about it. You won't even have to run a restaurant. Matter of fact, we'll get you 10 of those and
Right.
get all employees. You can fire me if
Yeah.
you want to fire. So, it's like other people are kind of like, taking some of the load. versus
That's
me
good.
handling it
Pause.
myself. You know what I
Pause.
mean?
Yeah. Pause that one. Taking the load. That was crazy.
Pause.
Other people taking the load. Yeah. You know, I was gonna let that one slide, but I'm glad you got her. I'm glad you got her. Yeah.
No,
That's like
She
me
did,
not
yeah.
wanting to grab the
was-
mic. I'm like, oh,
like-
I keep being like, oh no.
I keep seeing it.
You know what? There was a lot of pauses.
Pause.
Today. Yeah. But her stories are so good, I didn't want to pause. You know
Oh,
what I'm saying?
right.
But she had
No,
a lot
you
of them
gotta-
today.
Yeah.
I had a lot of pauses.
Man, so as far as like everything going on in your life and then everything that's happened, like, could you possibly say that you are happy?
I'm very happy. I'm very happy. I'll be happier when we open up in Atlanta,
Oh,
right? Because
nice.
that's our next stop. So I'm going back and forth and getting everything set up there. When I open up there, it'll be a load off, literally.
Pause.
She just
Once again, oh my God, not another pause. But I'll definitely be happier once that is situated. You know what I mean?
You have any fears of balancing like California and Atlanta? Because it ain't like you can run down the street and fix something.
Okay, so yeah. But I have eyes and feet on the ground. My sister's there. They are both married. Shout out Antoine and Marcus.
Okay. Oh, they must be helping because she had to shout them out. Huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. Shout out, shout them
I'm
out.
sure like Marcus
Hey, man,
gonna
but
be like,
must
what
be
you
a
need
big
me to do,
help.
sis? You know what I mean?
Okay.
And I have my nephew Elisha. Like I have that has helped me here and know how everything goes, So I have feet on the ground. If I just need to fall back, I'll be able to make a call and everything get taken care of.
That's good.
That's
Just
right.
speaking to you just for this little bit of time, it sounds like family is important to you.
Mhm.
Is family important to you?
Hey, listen, it's the most important. You can't do. I hear a lot of people trying to maneuver around doing things without it. It won't work.
Doesn't work.
It don't work. You gonna fall back into that, And I think the most important thing is with me and my sisters, now that element of my mother not being there, that voice of reason, and my grandmother, which is her mother. So that voice of reason is gone now, right? So we have to really like utilize each other, And if I teach my sons the right way to do that, then I don't have to worry about that. So I'm big on family.
Yeah, for sure.
Big on that.
That's pretty interesting because that goes against our rule. Usually, we don't. When it comes to restaurant, I don't hire family.
That I don't.
Being a part of
okay.
the business, she's talking about like
Okay.
being there,
The
like
support is
Got
different.
you. Okay.
I've hired.
Okay.
Let me tell you, my sons
Mhm.
know how to run that restaurant with their eyes closed. My sons know where to get my supplies from. My sons know how to run registers. My sons know how to cook. And my son will stop anything going out if it's not the presentation that he think I want.
that's good.
Right.
So your
That's
son
what's
is a
up.
missing
My
number
sons,
two.
right?
He
That's
would
what's up.
ideally, yeah.
Like I got them, of course I like to see everybody elevating, right?
Uh-huh.
So I've grandfathered them into the union that I'm out of with the refinery, and they are working.
Oh, good.
They're
Okay.
making way more money
Way more
than
money.
what
Okay.
I would be able to pay them. So I'm still had to be responsible for
Yeah,
setting
absolutely.
their future up, right? So I can't keep them there like that.
Mhm.
But between them and Jasmine and Elisha, if I had that family structure right there,
Mhm.
the restaurant would run eyes closed without me
Mhm.
there. But
Okay.
without that,
Okay.
you got to depend
It's
on
hard
outside
to
people.
to
right,
find
right.
a
Man, I'm
trustworthy person.
I
Right.
think I developed a little passion of finding her a number two, man. I'm gonna make some calls.
Mhm.
You know, I know a lot.
Yeah,
She
he got
listen.
some-
Hey, I'm gonna be
Hey.
Nikki.
He got the
Nikki,
network.
for real.
Yeah.
I know a lot of people. I got a big network, big following. I'm gonna find you somebody.
Yeah.
Okay, find
Yeah.
somebody. Come on.
Um,
We already catering in Atlanta.
Okay.
I have a calendar for them as well, and going back and forth and taking care of all that. So
Okay. Yeah, there's more work on finding somebody for the
yeah,
Christmas
find me
vacation.
somebody.
Yeah.
Come on.
All right. Well, we have a gift for you. This gift was. I was like, man, what we gonna get this lady? She already got
enchilada
nice
lady.
skin, so I can't get her no skin products or nothing.
'Cause my
She's,
skin's so
it's
smooth.
like
Shit already
what do you
smooth,
buy,
like-
John? What do you buy from someone who's always happy and they got everything going, everything good? I was like, you know what? This woman works super hard. So on behalf of the Chef Table Podcast, we are gonna book you a choice of massage or facial or whatever you want to do at Burke Williams Spa in Torrance.
Ooh.
So we're gonna say yeah. So
Yes,
we're gonna
ma'am.
set that up for you. So we'll do the booking with you and just tell us which package you want. But That's going to be our gift because, you work really, really hard. And I think you need to relax a little bit. So all our gifts have purpose.
That.
So.
Okay. And I already have an account there.
Oh, yeah. Okay. All right.
I go there. Shout out.
That's the first time. Shit, I need that.
Tina, I'll be there.
That's right. Hey, free session on this.
There you go. All right, guys. Well, that wraps it up for this episode. I want to thank Nikki for coming on and represent Nik Nak. Make sure you guys check her out. She's in Carson. Nikki, what's the address one more time?
17948 South Avalon Boulevard, Carson, California, 90746.
Yes, go get the enchiladas. She hyped up them enchiladas, so go check them out. I had the food. It was really, really good. Service is awesome. So, you can expect great service every time, good food every time. I want to take this time to shout out the sponsors of this episode. Let's shout out Neutral. We've been drinking the vodka seltzers, man. I like them low key.
They're really good.
Yeah. They're super.
We got black cherries. There's mango, watermelon.
It's actually really
pineapple. Man,
I bet you like the black cherry, huh?
Love it.
Yeah, we if you got you listen through all the way, we
Juicy.
Found out.
Pause.
Yeah,
Juicy black.
We
cherry.
found out John was
Darker
black
the
today.
berry.
So.
The sweeter the juice.
And now he's promoting black cherry. So yeah.
Blowing. Pause.
Yeah.
Pause.
You guys are wild, man. I love you, John.
The darker the berry, the sweeter the juice.
There you go. Oh, okay. Well, hopefully that's a new flavor then. Neutral makes that flavor for us, man.
It is actually a new flavor. That is a new flavor.
They need to make a flavor just for us. We just gotta figure
You know
out
what?
it is.
We could do it. We can make it happen. I'm already talking to the owners and everything. We're good.
Oh, you got it like that? Is that why you got the shades on today?
Yes, man.
Okay, business John today, huh?
Money man.
Money man, black money man.
Hey, we making money moves over here.
And ground turkey.
And the ground turkey. Don't forget about it. We living healthy. We eating healthy. We looking good. We feeling good.
Oh, I love this, John, man.
Let's do it.
All right, guys. If you guys are listening, do me a favor, man. Follow our Instagram at chef_table podcast. Follow us on TikTok. We're new to TikTok, actually, man, but we got some motion on there. We got a 50K video. I know it's not a lot, but we're not TikTokers, but we trying to become TikTokers.
Anything though.
I still have trouble
like
using it.
one video would just blow up out of nowhere, like that one that did like 50K.
Or like Nikki's 200,000.
Listen,
like
it's the music.
It's the music.
It's the music.
Okay.
Is it really?
It's the music. Go and find just scroll through. And then
the trending
one song
audios
is going to be probably on 10 people's. That's the viral music at that moment.
Okay.
Use that music.
Okay.
And it's going to take you where you need to go.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
We'll take that.
Spin
We'll
game
take that
too,
new
knowledge. Okay. Now dropping gems. And follow, and don't forget to follow our YouTube page and subscribe there. That's where you'll catch the visual of this episode, or you can just listen to it on Apple, Spotify, or Apple Music, all streaming platforms. Nikki, it was a pleasure having you, and hopefully we can have you back again, get an update, and
really nice meeting you.
Everybody was gonna want to know, did she find a number 2? So that's so when she comes. So listen, guys, if she comes back on and we only have one mic next to her, she's still looking for a number 2. So that'll be the So
put your applications in. Don't you stop.
I hope you enjoyed. It was great having you. You were a lot of fun today. So
yeah, you got a really dope vibe.
Thank you.
Yes, and check out her Instagram page. It's Nik Nak Catering, right?
It's Nik Nak _catering.
Nik Nak _ Make sure you guys show her some love. Give her a follower.
Comment on it.
Comment, yeah.
Extra
comment,
likes.
enchilada lady.
Comment.
Yeah. You know what? I'm gonna do something.
You gotta change the enchilada queen.
Yeah.
It was enchilada queen.
It was.
It was enchilada queen 1.
Yeah.
Enchilada queen _1.
Okay.
That's what it was.
I want everybody, when you guys drop this video, or when this video drops, when I drop the video, not you guys, go to her most recent post, and I want you guys to comment enchilada lady. And I'm gonna pick a random person, and we'll send a digital gift card. We can just scratch off the number and give it to them. So,
that's gonna be
fun. So go when you see this episode or listen to it. I don't know yet. It depends on.
It's gonna be a process.
It depends on her Brooke Williams account. So I don't know how much she got an account. She might do the super expensive.
Okay. Right, because listen, I'm gonna have my followers. I'm gonna give 10% off for everybody that go follow us and subscribe.
Oh, okay. Okay. Ooh. Okay.
We're like going up. It's networking, baby.
Hell
yeah. We going up. Okay. All right. Well, thank you guys for listening, and thank you guys for tuning in, watching, and we'll see you next episode. You guys have a good one. Thank you guys.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers to that one.